I inadvertently did something that I'd actually talked about in a previous video, which was it's a single seat craft, right? Now for aircraft, that tends to make a little bit more sense if you like. It just makes sense. You're like, oh yeah, of course. I think because when we think about like science fiction and stuff, like a lot of flying vehicles are basically fighters or something like that, you know. So you don't need extra seats. But then if you don't put guns on it, it's not necessarily a war vehicle or a combat vehicle. So then does just one seat make sense? Like kind of not really. Like I was thinking about like in the aviation community, like in the general aviation community, the only even the smallest planes have two seats, right? Well, let me qualify that. For the most part, the quote smallest planes have two seats, right? Because like the Cessna 120 172 is the smallest. That's the plane you'll start learning to fly in, right? If you're gonna learn how to fly, so it's like quote the smallest plane that has two. Actually, that has four seats, but really it's two seats. Um, you will find smaller planes, but they're like hobby projects. Like someone's built like a powered glider or something, you know, or like they call it experimental, which is like a it's like a different class of aircraft. And basically, if you can build it and it flies, that's on you, right? There's a lot fewer regulations, and a lot of those will be like one seaters. Um, but but for the most part, like most planes are two or more seats, you know. So if it's like a fighter craft or something, and you know, like half the fighter jets out there are two seats as well. But that notwithstanding, I feel like in most places, most things will have more than one seat. So if you just put one seat on it, I know for me, anyways, if I just put one seat on it, like I can't help but think I'm like that's a fighter. Like I'm making a fighter, even if I don't put weapons on it, and I go, this is not actually a fighter. That's kind of what it was when I was like subconsciously, you know. So I was thinking maybe what I should start doing is not doing that and making things with two seats. Like I do it every now and then, but maybe I should do it a little more often, you know?